Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Alton West. Today I have a number of guests on from our community talking about upcoming events that you definitely want to make sure that you get out and be a part of. So stay tuned for those interviews coming up in a moment. Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Now my guest is on from the United Way of West Georgia, the Executive Director, Patty Youngblood. Patty, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Alton. Appreciate you having me back.
Well, you know, it's always a pleasure to sit down with you, Patty, because you're an exciting guest, okay? You're an exciting guest, and you have very good reason to be excited, because you do in our community what a lot of us couldn't do or wouldn't want to try to do, and that is head up United Way. Talk a little bit about.
It's really fun, and this year I'm so excited. We had our campaign kickoff September the 18th at Delavant, and we had Dr. Tweety Yates, who's a LaGrange native, come back. She's a subject expert in early childhood and early learning, and she really captures what it means to have a community support the community, whether it's early learning or education as it goes on. And as you know, United Way runs an annual campaign every year that helps support 25 different agencies. Yes. And okay, I'm just going to keep talking.
No, and Patty, keep going, because I said you're an excited guest, and you have great news to talk about, and you're talking about the 25 different agencies, and that is so important, because we were talking before we came on, if those agencies had to go out and do what you do on their individual own, it'd probably be a much difficult task. Talk about that, though, Patty.
Well, they do have to raise additional funds, but through United Way, we're able to supplement their fundraising so that it gives them the freedom to do the job that they're there to do as a nonprofit. For example, if LaGrange Personal Aid had to make up the difference in what United Way gives them in support through the community support, they wouldn't have time to do the good works that they do.
That's right.
And a lot of people have tended to lose sight lately about the fact that United Way is local and that we support 25 local agencies, and that 99 cents of every dollar stays in the local community. So this year we've obviously changed things up. We started with a breakfast instead of a luncheon, and I'm so excited. We debuted local PSAs that David Arnold through GPS Studios he and I went out with his crew and filmed over 10 agencies that are local, that are United Way agencies, and we've done 3 video spots, 2 30-second and 1 60-second. We're going to provide our campaign coordinators in industry. We've got jump drives that we're going to load the information on, so when they go into their local companies to conduct their campaigns, they'll have the same materials. They can put them on through their intranet. They can print other posters if they want to, and then we're producing a set of 3 local posters that are actually tied to the DVD, to the videos. So I'm excited.
Well, and you have very good reason to be. And you know what I picked up out of that, you were saying is local. You got 10 local agencies, because I know that it's in times past we kind of fell under the umbrella of the national commercials for United Way.
Right.
So now we're catering it to the LaGrange area.
Right, and there is one of my favorites. There's a little boy who's at Mady Smith. He'd been there for 4 years. He is precious, and he opens one of the 30-second spots. I mean, that's what it is. It's our local community, and we wanted people to see the good work that their dollars do in our community. Because United Way, while you've got March of Dimes, which is a marvelous organization. They do fantastic work. But to pair United Way up against a March of Dimes is like apples to oranges, because, as I said, we may be one campaign, but we're supporting 25 local agencies.
Absolutely, and that's a very good point to bring out, because of the fact that, again, and these are local agencies to the Troup County, and I think we go to the Heard County area as well.
We go Troup, Heard, and Meriwether County.
That's right.
And as a matter of fact, the Boys and Girls Club that's in in one of the videos is in Hogansville. And it was really hard for David to pick out what video to show because he captured so much fun stuff that was going on up there at the club.
Well, you know, whenever you go in a Boys and Girls Club, you're bound to see something exciting going on all the time.
Absolutely.
Well, Patty, talk a little bit about our goal, because I know in the years past we've always had at least $1 million goal that we try to reach. Talk about our goal this year.
Well, our goal this year is $1,050,000, and again, it's gone up and down as the economy has gone up and down. We had some rough spots last year where we did lose some funding through some of our companies, and so we've reduced the campaign goal because we want to be successful. We want to be able to celebrate our local community. Look what we've done together. We've raised over $1 million. Right. The reason $1 million is so significant to our United Way is that United Way worldwide gives different levels of support based on how big you are. Okay. If you raise $1 million, you're considered a Metro 4, and we get more materials, we get more support, and that 1 penny of every dollar that goes to now United Way USA comes back to us in the use of the logo, the national commercials, and all of that kind of stuff. If I go to training, I actually can file against that and get a reimbursement on my training. So that 1% that we send to United Way USA actually helps provide us with training and materials.
And that's so important because of the fact, you know, and you're talking about you're excited. You need someone with your energy and with your, you know, tenacity to go out and talk to these industries. And not only do you do that, because you also have coordinators, training that's going to be coming up pretty soon. Talk about that for us, Patty.
Annually, we do a campaign coordinator training, and we ask all of the agencies ahead of time to pick out someone to run the campaign in their organization. And then we actually bring those people in. It'll be at West Georgia Tech on September the 24th. And we train them on how to run a successful campaign. We give them materials. We'll give them, like I said, the video information this time, and we also use it as a time to share best practices. As a result of some of our training, one of our agencies, one of our corporate partners has always done a meal for all of their employees, and their ticket to the meal was their pledge card. Okay. And so we shared that at another industry picked that up and almost doubled their campaign.
That's exciting, isn't it?
So when people share what they're doing and they get excited about it,
that's right.
It really makes our job easy. One thing I want to get in real quickly is we announced at the kickoff that our board of directors this year is serving as our campaign cabinet.
Oh, okay.
And as a result, this week, starting September 23rd, is Bank Week, and all of the bank presidents have joined together, and their goal is to have 100% participation from all the bank employees. And so we had a nice picture taken with them in their Live United shirts, and we're doing some real different things.
Well, and it's so important that we kind of change it up every now and then. Now, as we close, Patty, if someone is listening and they want to get in touch with you, go ahead and give them your phone number, please.
Okay, if you can call United Way of West Georgia at 706-884-8292, or we're on the internet at www.unitedwaywga.org.
Okay. Well, Patty, we're definitely going to get you back on when we reach that $1,050,000 goal and talk about the coordinators and on some of these agencies that we represent here, okay?
Wonderful. Thank you, Alton.
Thank you so much, Patty. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Back for more City Week in just a moment. Welcome back to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. My guest on now will be talking to us about the West Georgia Career Connect Expo and Job Fair. I have on from LaGrange College, Diana Goldwire, and also from the Department of Labor, Clifford Meeks. Welcome both of you all to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it's a pleasure to sit down with both of you all, and I know that this is something we've had in our community for quite some time. I'm going to jump in by asking Diana, talk to us a little bit about what West Georgia Career Connect is all about.
This is an organization that was started about 3 years ago, and it's made up of employers as well as colleges in the local community and New Community Church as well as other churches. And we meet on the fourth Thursday of every month at 5:30 until 7:30. And what this is, we have a resource fair where people can figure out about different resources in the community, as well as employers that are looking to hire. And we cover a topic that's employer or job search, covering that kind of area.
Okay, well, very good. And Clifford, you're with the Department of Labor, and you all have been involved for a number of years as well. Talk about some of the applicants that you see come through and some of the things that you all look for, or the employers look for when they report to you all.
Definitely. You know, Alton, the big thing now is employees looking for people that where they have the soft skills, as they call it. That means coming to work. Once you're coming to work and you're there, be on time. Be dependable, reliable. Once you're there and you're on time, do the job which you are supposed to be doing. And in other words, an honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. So employers are looking for those type of people that are going to be reliable and ones they can depend on, because if production doesn't go out, they don't make a profit, and therefore money is lost and everything. I tell applicants all the time that they have to realize that you have to affect in a positive manner that employer's bottom line.
I mean,
right.
very good point. Absolutely, because I guess if you're not affecting it, then you effecting it, and you're not being effective, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Definitely.
You know, and it's so important that we have these things in our community. And I know that Larry Asplin with New Community Church, and they've opened up their doors graciously. And I think that's where it's going to be held this year. Talk about that for us, Diane.
That's right. We're going to be moving it this year to New Community Church on South Davis. And we right now have over 40 employers registered, and they're all looking to recruit different positions. And we have 8 sponsors so far. So this is going to be a great event from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock, September 26th.
40 employers already
registered, right.
That is awesome. So people, and again, we're talking, and Clifford mentioned, and I've heard it so many times about those soft skills. And you know, you're talking about someone that may have transitioned out of a job due to layoff or whatever, and had been in a job for a number of years, but now have to go back and retrain themselves. And it's so important. I think that's what Career Connect kind of helps them to do. Talk again, Clifford, if you don't mind, about some of the applicants that you all see coming through and some of their maybe I'm not going to say deficiencies, but areas of improvement.
Okay. And, you know, along with Career Connect, also the Department of Labor, we have workshops. We try to help these applicants that come through. The ones we see, you're right, the ones that have been unemployed because of layoffs or plants or companies closing, they've been there a long time. So you're right, it's a retraining process. So we have a workshop that helps them get back into the mode, in sync to what they're going to have to do. Properly dress, you know, dress for success, being able to fill out an application completely. You take someone that hasn't had to do an application in 20 or 30 years, they're lost. You know, it's a whole new ball game for them. A resume, people don't realize how effective and how important a nice resume is. You don't have to pay a whole lot of money and all of that. The Department of Labor, Diana, there's several opportunities for people to get assistance for those types of things. So the help is there. The opportunities are there. They just have to make themselves available to go and seek them out. They can definitely Career Connect every fourth Thursday from 5:30 to 7:30.
Okay.
It's amazing the people that come, how they are helped, and the success stories that we hear from them.
And to
Very
piggyback
good.
on that, it's all about networking. And so that's what
Yeah.
Career Connect is about, because if you get to know that employer and see them every month and build that relationship up, they're going to consider you not just for positions within their company, but maybe they know of a friend or they know somebody else who's hiring. So you start learning about different openings that are available.
Absolutely. And you know, you led right into my next question, Diane. I was going to talk about the partnering that goes on that makes this all successful for our community. You were talking about you have 40 employers already signed up. Now, can you all take additional employers?
Oh,
there's someone
definitely.
And now, give them, if you don't mind, give out your contact information, Diane, in case there's someone that's viewing that would like to sign up and say, hey, yeah, let us be involved as well.
Great. If you're an employer and you're looking to register, what you can do is go to surveymonkey.com/s/ Troop Career Expo 2013.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. And again, this is going to be the West Georgia. I got to make sure I get all this.
There's a lot of names.
West Georgia Career Connect Expo and Job Fair. And again, this has been happening here in our community. And what I would like to do, because I know that you both have your finger on the pulse, is bring back some of those success stories of people that have gone through the program, have come out to those classes, and now that are gainfully employed. Okay. So we definitely would like to have you come on. If you don't mind, some of the things that they look for or some of the things that they bring to the table when they come, if you don't mind, some of the applicants, if you don't mind talking about that.
When they come to the career fair?
Right, when they come to the career.
Yes, definitely bring your resume. That's very important. A pen and paper, because you want to write down who you've talked to, who you've spoken to, and who already got to follow up with them. And making sure your resume is correct. The biggest mistake we see on resumes, even at Career Connect, is the phone number is incorrect. They can't check their voicemail. They can't even access their voicemail, and it's not a personalized message on their voicemail. And their email address, making sure it's professional, and as well as that they do check it and it is correct. That happens all the time, is that our job seekers miss out on opportunities because just their contact information is incorrect. That one thing is cutting them out.
Absolutely, and it's so important. You're talking about making sure that there's a personal message there.
It's not just automated, because you don't know, is that really the person I'm trying to reach? Especially nowadays with people changing their phone numbers all the time. If you're an employer, you're less likely to leave a message because you don't know, is this the applicant you're thinking it is.
Good.
And Alton, dress also. I can't stress it enough. You have, what they say, you only have, 7 or 10 seconds to make that perfect first impression.
That's right.
And that employer is interviewing you even before you get to them. They're looking, and if you're not dressed, looking the part, dressed the part, it's just not going to work.
Absolutely.
And we're not saying you have to be in a business suit. I think a lot of people get worried about that, but we're saying at least business casual, nice pants, nice shirt, looking the part, ironed your clothes, things of that nature.
Right, because as you said, first impression, and they look at you when you walk through the door in most cases.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, again, tell us the date and the times, if you don't mind, Diana.
It's September 26th. From 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock at New Community Church, which is located on South Davis. And can I give a shout out to our sponsors?
You can.
Wonderful. We'd like to thank our sponsors, and if you would like to be a sponsor, please register and let us know. We have Kaysen Industries, LaGrange College, Resource MFG, Troup County Center for Strategic Planning Incorporated, Valiance Technologies, West Georgia Health, West Georgia SHRM, and West Georgia LaGrange Employers Committee.
Okay, well, very good. We'll know that the people will come out and take full advantage of this facilities and all the things that will be taking place there. So I want to thank both of you all for coming on the show today and sharing this information.
Thanks for having us.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back for more City Week in just a moment. Welcome back to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Now my guest is on from the West Georgia Health, the Cancer Care Navigator, Wanda Lowe. Wanda, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Alton. Appreciate you having me today.
Well, it's always an honor to sit down with you, Wanda, and a pleasure to sit down with you, because you have so much energy and just so much vibrant in the things that you've gone through, you would never know. But we're here today to talk about something that has been going on now for about 8 years here in our city, and it's Paint the Town Pink. And I know that you are one that is very, very instrumental in it, and you have a lot of people that you want to talk about and things that are going on. First of all, just talk a little bit about the Paint the Town Pink.
Well, this is an event that really October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we use this opportunity to celebrate breast cancer survivors and to provide information and resources to women and men and our whole community about not only breast cancer but about other health issues, because that's important too. As women, we need to be as knowledgeable as we can about how to take care of ourselves.
Absolutely, and you included men in that too, because we have had cases where men have also been diagnosed with it as well.
Yes, we have.
So it is so important, and I know that you not only are instrumental in bringing this together, but you also are a cancer survivor. Talk about that a little bit for us, Wanda.
Well, I am. I've now been 12 years since I got diagnosed, and I went through some radiation and chemotherapy after I had my initial surgery, and had very excellent care here in LaGrange for that. And I really feel like the mammogram was what saved my life, because I did do my mammogram screenings every year, and there was something there 12 years ago that had not been there the year before. And it was an invasive breast cancer, which meant that the cancer cells were already invading the wall of my duct and they could be going out into my body. So that frightens me a little bit, that had I not had my mammogram that year, I would not have found that as early and would not be able to sit here today 12 years later and talk about it and encourage women to get out and get their mammograms. That's what's so important about what we do. The Breast Friends and the Hope for a Day Walk, we are giving money to organizations to ensure that any woman that wants and every woman should get one, but that there's a way for every woman to get a mammogram.
Absolutely.
And we're very passionate about that. The people who've organized this event and the Hope Walk are all about making sure that women get taken care of.
Absolutely. Now, see, you have your button on Get Your Mammogram.
Yes.
so neat. And your overalls, I'm going to talk about those in a moment too as well. But talk a little bit about when the walk would take place and how people can get involved by sponsorships, sponsoring teams and things of that nature.
Well, probably the sponsorship, I think this week closed out, and if you wanted to get your name out there on the t-shirts for the Hope Walks, this is the 4th year of doing the Hope Walk, but we still want money and we still can use sponsorship, and people can, if you wanted to sign up and walk, the requirement would be to register online at BFFL Hope for a Day, and you would pay $100 to register. You would need to be able to raise $500 between now and September 28th, which is when the event is. And you would also need to be able to walk 10 miles. We certainly can, we have a sweet van and we can move you from place to place, but this journey is about sharing it with other people that have been touched by breast cancer that want to do something for the cause. You know, if that seems too overwhelming, you can donate to a team. Queens for a Cause, my team needs some money, so we'll be glad to take your money. But many of the walkers and the teams out there still are raising money. You can also purchase a sign that will be put on the walk route that would be either in honor of someone going through breast cancer or that has gone through breast cancer, or in memory of someone as well. So those can be purchased. You can contact me at the hospital, or you can contact Pam Herndon at PC Airbrush. Any of us can help you get to the right people to donate money, be a sponsor, sign up as a walker. You know, if you can't do that, just come out and cheer the Walker Zone, because again, this is a journey that it's a commitment that they are doing.
Absolutely. And you're talking about coming out, you also have a nice little art decor
yes.
here that you would like to
Well, I do want to show this because we're inviting the community to decorate their homes, their businesses, their schools, and all of the booths downtown at Paint the Town Pink will be decorated. And this year is a Western theme. Okay. So we have a prize for those people who win the decorating contest. This is a booth that was created by MJH Designs. That's Melissa Howington. She's my sister-in-law. Okay. It's a family affair.
I understand.
And she donates her talent and time and some other friends that helped design some of these that will be given as as prizes to those people who win the decorating contest. Nice. We're giving cancer the boot. And you know, this it's a Western theme this year.
You gotta have your hats too,
you know, you got it. We're going to be selling some pink cowboy hats at the Breast Friends booth at the Paint the Town Pink event. We do sell some pink items. That's one of the ways we make the money that we use to not only help women that are going through breast cancer with financial difficulties, but we've been able to give some scholarships to survivors or their offspring or family members that need some scholarship money. We've established scholarship at LaGrange College, and also the capabilities of some students in high school that can apply, that could go to any other college that they wanted to go to. The money that we raise at the Hope Walk goes for that. We've supported the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life in Troup County. We have donated to Camp Dogwood, the grief camp at hospice. And we've also given to the West Central Georgia Cancer Coalition and to the District 4 Health Services, because those are the people who help women in the community when they can't afford to get a mammogram. So we give money to ensure that that happens. They'll be on site. that day as well.
Okay.
They're going to, we have the West Georgia Health truck there with one of our new physicians, Dr. Scaletti, is going to be there to give breast exams along with District 4 Health Services and one of the nurse practitioners from the Emory Clinic in West Point. They're all going to be there to provide some breast exams, and then women who need a mammogram will get a voucher to get their mammogram done. But you know, a lot of times women haven't picked up that phone and made that phone call to schedule. They can schedule on site at the Women's Health Center, the Women's Center from West Georgia Health. They will have the registration people there. You can walk right up, you can get signed up for your mammogram, and we've got our October special coming up where it won't cost as much either.
Very good. As we get ready to close out, I just want to ask about the overalls. We see the letterings and names on there. Talk about that. We've got about 10 seconds.
Okay, these are names of survivors, and they are invited to come up and paint me pink on Saturday the 28th from 9:30 till 1 o'clock on the square. And they put their names and they put the year that they had their breast cancer diagnosed. And we've got all kinds of information up there, not just about breast cancer. I hope everybody will come out and support the cause and learn more about breast cancer and other health for women.
Very good. Well, one, it's always a pleasure to sit down with you, and I know that once again the community will come out and we will paint the town pink, and we're going to give cancer the boot.
Yes.
And we're going to have a great day, and we're going to make sure that everybody has a wonderful time, and just want to thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me, Alton.
All right, thank you, Wanda. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back for more City Week in just a moment. Thank you for joining for City Week this week. My guests have been from United Way, Patty Youngblood, the Executive Director, and she talked about the upcoming campaign kickoff and making sure that we can do all that we can do to make sure that those agencies are very successful in our fundraising events. Also I had on from Career Connect Expo, Diana Goldwater from LaGrange College, and also Cliff Meeks from the Department of Labor, as they talked about the upcoming event taking place on September the 26th out at New Community Church from 10 o'clock a.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. So make sure that you come out and bring those necessary documents that may help get you employed. Lastly, but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I had on from West Georgia Health, Wanda Lau, who talked about Paint the Town Pink. Well, once again, a very worthwhile cause. So come on out on September the 28th and let's paint the town pink and let's give cancer the boot. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed my interviews this week. And as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.